Christine, and the day I've been waiting for so long has finally come. Today I get to talk to you all about my third book! I've been talking about it in code for so long, but today I get to talk about it with not code. We get to talk title. We're doing the cover reveal. We're talking synopsis. I've got questions from y'all. It's available for pre-order. I'm so excited. I'm sweating. It's a big day. This is a really important video for me as an author and my career goals. And if you could take a second before we go any further to hit the like button and just leave a quick comment, that is going to do wonders for helping this video reach more people in my subscriber base. And if there was any video that I want YouTube to push out, it's this one right now. I say this a lot, but like, I couldn't do this without your support, and it means everything to me. I'm so grateful for your presence here. Okay, let's get into it. Let's do this. You probably already know the title now. It's in the title of this video. I released it earlier this week, but if you missed it, it's called Attached at the Hip! Attached at the Hip! And it's coming May 21st, 2024! It's available for pre-order right now, and your pre-orders also, like, mean everything. So much of my upcoming author life, like, my going on a book tour depends on the pre-orders of the novel. So if you're planning on reading it, your pre-order goes a long, long way. There is a link at the top of this description that brings you to a landing page where you can pick whatever venue you want to buy it from. Amazon, Barnes, Indie, you know, everything is on the list there. Okay, let's do this cover! Drum roll, please! The cover for Attached at the Hip, coming May 21st, 2024! Oh my gosh. My book has a cover and it's beautiful! It has a cover. It has a name. The link to pre-order is at the top of the description. And now for the synopsis. Highly recommend going into a book knowing nothing. It is much better and more fun going into a book knowing nothing. I can say that till I'm red in the face about a lot of books I've read, but I can say it definitively about my own. I'll give you a very mild synopsis right now, and then I'm going to read the synopsis that will be feeding out onto the ordering website. And if you want to listen to that, you can, but if you don't, I will write mute me if you don't across the screen until I'm done saying that, until I go into like Q&A, which won't have any spoilery stuff in it at all. And when I say spoilery, I mean very mildly spoilery, but you know, I like no spoilers. And if you like no spoilers and you want to have the most fun, I can go into this with no other information except what you're getting from this gorgeous cover! I'd love to hear what you think it's about based solely off the cover. What are you getting? What are you thinking? So for the cover reveal, like, reel version for TikTok, Instagram reels, I ordered from Amazon an outfit that kind of matches hers. It doesn't match hers well enough, and it looked kind of stupid on me. Like, I looked like a big human sponge, is what I felt like in it. But it was cute from far away. And you can go see it on my Instagram. I also ordered a rope that looked like this. It was like a $20 climbing rope, and I forgot to pull it out at the beach because I was so anxious about getting the shoot right. I forgot to even take it out of the bag, but you get the gist. So on the cover, we're like kind of looking through the trees at two of our main characters. And we've got the book tagline: survive the elements, find love, win the game. The game! Oh man. So non-spoilery synopsis. The lead up into our story, right? So we've got our lead character, Ori. Her name's Ori, O-R-I-E. She graduated college like 6 months ago, and she's currently working with her sister. And at the start of the novel, her sister kind of pulls her aside and is like, dude, what did you want to do? Like, you've just been doing what I want to do. Now you're graduated. Are you gonna like try to pursue your goals? Like, what are your career goals? That basically sparks a bit of a spiral in our lead character as she starts to realize that like none of the things in her life are what she imagined life would be like after she graduated college. Like, she always imagined that she'd be like living happily ever after with the love of her life by the time she graduated. But it's not really the case. It's not really the case right now. In a moment of sadness, she thinks that the solution to her problems might be to go on a very Survivor-like reality show. So she applies, and then of course she ends up getting casted. And we begin. I'm literally obsessed with this book. I've said this so many times in my writing vlogs, but if you haven't been here for those, I think we all know that I'm an enormous fan of Survivor. And obviously you don't have to know anything about Survivor to read this book at all. But if you read this book, maybe you will want to watch Survivor if you haven't yet. They're in a very Survivor-like environment, but with a romantic slant. I had the most amazing time writing it. The best time. All right, it's time. It's time. It's time for the actual synopsis. So mute me if you don't want to hear. I'll take these letters off when I'm done. Lennox. Her name's Ori Lennox. Ori Lennox has spent her entire life prepping for happily ever after. And now that she's graduated, she's low-key wondering when the heck is it gonna hit? Her love life, her new job, her relationship with her sister. None of it's quite what she envisioned it to be. And one evening, on a whim, she applies for a reality show where she'll be stranded on an island with a bunch of strangers to play a human game of chess for a shot at $1 million. Because what better way to force yourself to break up with the things in your life that aren't bringing you joy than to abandon them all on short notice to live off the grid on a beach in the South Pacific. It's a foolproof plan. Ori is shocked when she ends up cast in an experimental romantic edition of the show. And even more surprised to find that her old high school crush Remy has been cast as well. Ori is one of 10 contestants set to compete in formidable challenges while speed dating in the wilderness without deodorant, shaving cream, or showers. How? She finds herself tied up, literally, in a game of risky alliances as she navigates ever-growing feelings for her one that got away alongside an exciting array of budding new relationships. Can Ori find her footing in the wild, secure the prize money, and attempt to lock down love all at the same time? Can anyone? That sounds like a lot. Find out May 21st, 2024 by reading Detached at the Hip. Pre-order now. The link is at the top of the description. You guys! Woo! I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Every time I go for the ride that is attached at the hip, I have the best time. So I really hope that you have the best time too. I'm really hoping to be able to go on a book tour. It all kind of rides on these pre-orders. So if you're at all interested in reading it, again, I'm so grateful for your pre-order. I'm so grateful for you being here. I've got 5 questions. This is 10. I've got 5 questions from y'all to answer today about book 3. If your books were siblings, who would be the eldest, middle, and youngest? Obviously there's the release dates, but I mean in terms of the general vibes. The release date order is literally the vibes of like oldest, middle, younger. Like again, the better, clearly the oldest. Better together, clearly the middle child. And attached at the hip is the youngest child. The vibes are strong with all 3. What was your favorite part of writing this book that was not in the other 2 books? Y'all, it is the game. I love a game. I love a game, and this book is the game. Goblet of Fire was my first experience with a book being the game, and it was the same year I watched my first season of Survivor. What a fucking game. The Hunger Games, like any game book, I'm obsessed. I'm so into that shit. And, a game book with romance at the forefront, like this is my dream. This is my dream. What was the best title that wasn't chosen? All right, so for Again But Better, we know it was a long process getting to the right title. Like I called it Accidentally Abroad for a long time. And then for Better Together, I called it Better Together right off the bat, but I didn't like that title, so I had like 50 million other titles that I did a reel and a video where I went through them all. It's extensive. For book 3, I was like, I am not writing anything until I have a great title for this concept. Like I have the concept in my head, and I was like, we're getting a title I love right now before we put any words on the page. And that title is Attached at the Hip. That phrase has circled my brain for a very long time because my best friend and I were inseparable growing up from when we were mere children all the way through college. And people would constantly be like, you two are like attached at the hip. Are you guys like attached at the hip? Are you like attached at the... And I was like, oh, this goes with the concept. Perfect. Perfect. And I love it, and the acronym is AATH. It's math without the M, which is so fun to say. AATH, A-A-T-H, AATH. Out May 21st, 2024, y'all. May 21st, 2024. During the writing process, have you ever been in a slump, and do you have tips to get out of it? So of course I've been in a slump. I was in a very deep one at the start of writing this novel, and I go into it a lot in my writing vlog. I holed up in my apartment for 49 days to write a book, which is part of my writing vlog series called The Trials and Tribulations of Writing a Book. I'm gonna link that in the description below. I talk about the slump, I talk about my tips to get out of it. It's a fun time. I'm really proud of that video. I'm really proud of the whole series making this novel. If you haven't watched it yet, you can check it out. Links in the description. And the final question today that we're going to tackle: what are the top 5 Taylor Swift songs that you wrote this book to? Number 1 on this list is most definitely You're on Your Own, Kid. I listened to that like 500,000 times. Number 2 is probably Antihero. Number 3 is Would've, Could've, Should've. Number 4 is Nothing New. And Snow on the Beach. Weird but fucking beautiful. As I always do, I'm gonna be creating an extensive playlist that goes along with the book that you can listen to on Spotify. That will come out when the book comes out, which is May 21st, 2024. It's available for pre-order now, and the link is at the top of the description. Your pre-orders are so important, and I appreciate your support. They're so hard. I love writing. I love being an author. Creating these stories in my mind palace and making them into a snow globe reality that other people can read and live in is my favorite thing. And I really want to keep doing it. And I appreciate your support in helping me keep doing it by pre-ordering the book a gajillion fold. A gajillion fold. Thank you. I'm @XteenMay on TikTok, on Twitter, on Instagram, on Threads. That is my handle. My name's Christine Riccio, if you don't know my name. As you just think of me, a polandbananasBOOKS lady. And I have 2 other books that are already out. The first one is called Again But Better. This is my eldest child. Then I've got my middle child, Better Together. She's got a little more angst. She needs a little more therapy. This is a study abroad rom-com. This is a sisterhood drom-com. And my 3rd book is called Attached at the Hip. I'm so excited to share this story with you, and the characters, and Ori and her journey, and the people she meets, and everything. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Christine, and I'll see you next time my book comes out May 21st, 2024. Bye. I love y'all.